Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Isn't that right? So I'm in Limon, Colorado at the Flying J. And I dieseled up, swept the trailer out because it was a little rough. And now we're going to head to Holcomb, Kansas. I got to go through the DOT stations, the chicken houses here in Denver. Colorado's got a lot, in Colorado. There's one up here at Limon that's now open. It was probably closed a little bit early, but I'm emptying. If they want to do an inspection, that's fair enough. I cleaned all my windows and my lights, so it looks halfway pretty. So I'm going to fire the old gal up, and then we're going to move and see how well we do. So Merry Christmas to you, Merry Christmas to you. I know it's still a ways away, but some people say it, some people don't. I think you're supposed to say something else, but that's okay. I'm old, so it doesn't really matter, does it? And at the end of the day, it's just a word. It's not really anything else anymore, it's just a word. Oh, lots of huffing. Alright, let's fire the old girl up, shall we? See how she feels today. Actually, I need to do something again. Oh yeah, it's working. Making sure my ABS light works on the trailer. I could hear it early when I was doing the brake check, so. Side locker's closed, gloves are away. Lockers are closed. Take no notice of that. She has her moments. She likes to just remind me that she's in charge, and I'm not. And my logbook's going to play me up. I was going to get there at like 12 o'clock or something like that, I think it was. I'm not going to get there now till about 2:30, which is fine. Freaking locked. It's locked up on me again, so now I've got to reset it. Because I told you I watch a lot of Brazilian TV, the truck drivers over there, and I like to comment on them every now and then, because they're actually, out of all the people that I've watched, and I used to watch the Swedish ones, and they would hardly ever comment back to you, like, you know what I mean? And you don't have to, I understand that, but I think it's just a mark of respect if you don't have a great deal of comments anyway, to just sort of reply to somebody like, you know, thanks for watching or whatever. Well, they would never reply to me, so I sort of went, well, okay then, if that's how you feel about it, then I guess I don't really need to bother watching your channels anymore, and I'll unsubscribe from you, because I just feel it's a little bit disrespectful. But that's just me, by the way. It's just how I feel about it. I wouldn't do it if anybody wrote to me, but I'm not big enough to worry about it. So anyway, Felina Chris, I'm not sure if that's how you say it right, but Felina Chris, it's Felina_Chris. She's a lady truck driver over there, and I watch some gentleman truck drivers as well. There's one, he's having his motor rebuilt. He's having his motor rebuilt and that, and and he's pretty awesome to watch as well. I like him. He's so much fun. He doesn't do very long videos, but anyway, I wrote to this one. I've actually wrote to a couple of them, but I wrote it in Portuguese. But I can't write Portuguese, so I had to go to Google to help me, and I wrote it in English. And then he translated it for me, and then I sent it so that it was written in, you know, a language that they can understand. And one word I did write wrong. But it translated it. I think I wrote it, but it didn't come out right. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But I just got a reply back to say thank you and have a blessed Christmas. And I just thought it was really nice that she took the time to write back to me and say thank you, like, because you know, it means a lot to some of us out here that are away from home all the time, and a little bit of communication with people every now and then, especially in the line of industry that we're all in, because no matter what world we're in, it's all, or what country we're in, it's all the same language when you're doing this business. Just darling, come on, sort it out. It's all the same language, as we know. So I love watching it because I'll always love trucks, and I'll always love the industry. And it doesn't sound like it sometimes, I know, but I do. I really do. I wouldn't be away from home as much as well. I'm away from home for other reasons, but we won't go into that. But I've always been like this. I've lived in a truck since I started in 1991 when I started driving, and sort of on and off I was back and forth to my parents' house. I never really had a place of my own. Occasionally I'd sort of hook up with other people, meet people and just hang out with them on weekends and that, but most of the time I've pretty much lived in a truck for the majority of my life. And I've got so used to that. So keeping in contact with people in different parts of the world that do the same job as me, I like it, and it's interesting. And I like to say to them, you know, that I appreciate what you upload, because it takes a lot to upload content. Mine doesn't. Mine's pathetic. It's simple, it's easy, but it pleases my dad, pleases my mum, and they're the two people that I really care about pleasing. If anybody else enjoys these videos, then like I say, that's good on them. If you don't, it's not a harm. You just unsubscribe. And I don't even know why half the people subscribe to my channel, because it is literally very boring. It is me driving down a road, which most people do every day. For somebody else to watch it, if you get enjoyment, that's great. But really and truly, I have 92 subscribers, and I have no idea why. Because majority of them don't even watch my channel. For those that do watch it, I am always grateful. And I really mean that. Even if you don't comment, I'm just grateful that you watch it. But truthfully, I have no idea why people subscribe to my channel. And as I've said before, I didn't really expect anybody to subscribe. I didn't want to become huge. I like being a nobody. I'll stay a nobody. I prefer being a nobody. I don't ever want to become a somebody, because that's a huge commitment on top of all the other commitments I've got at the moment. But for anybody that does subscribe and you watch my channel, I mean it. I really do appreciate that. And if you get enjoyment out of my strange ways and my rants and consistent belittling other people at times that I do, because I'm terrible for that, and I'm no better than them, by the way. Sometimes I have to vent I have to vent. If I don't vent, I keep it in. I get very angry with myself, and then I get very down and miserable and depressed, and that's not a good thing to do. So I'm waffling now, but I'm sort of trying to explain myself in a very long-winded and very boring way. But Felina Chris is her name anyway, and she's awesome, and I really like her channel, and there's a couple of others that I really like. So I thought this time around I normally write it in English, and I think that's a little unfair for them to translate it. So I just go and I translate it, and then once I write the comment, I can then read it back in English, what they wrote to me, and I'm starting to understand what they say a little bit. I can't say the words very well, but I can understand what they say, and I like that. I like learning something different. So I'm just explaining what I've been up to, if you know what I mean, Vern. One word I wrote, I'll tell you right now, let me find it real quick. I'll tell you what I wrote, because I have nothing to hide. Let me bring it up real quick. So what I wrote was, I wrote, Merry Christmas to you and your family. It's good to see you keep busy. And I put to keep busy and well, right? And it put to keep busy and smooth. And I have no idea why. And I just put, have a nice time at home. I hope this goes well. I hope this goes well because I had to use a translation, keep smiling. And I always say that to people, you've always got to keep smiling. So I wrote that, and that's what I wrote to the lady. And the truth of the matter is, if you read the 99.9% of the comments that the people write, it's nothing. It's just, yeah. Some people, man, I tell you, they need to grow up a little bit, but they never will. So it's 10 minutes into a video of me just talking shite. I love talking shite, and I love my parents, so they like me talking shite. Right, let's go to work. I've got my little book to work at last. So let's go and entertain the scale. And I still don't have that brake light working, but I'll get that figured out. I have a plan for that. I'm just going to see if the plan will work. Parking lot's a little rough, but it's okay. I also like Felina Crest because she drives a Volvo FH13 with a 540 in it, and it's pink and green, and pink's my favourite colour, so of course I'm in love with her truck, which I think is freaking awesome. Super, super awesome. So I can't get a DOT inspection done until I get that brake light repaired. I have a plan to try and figure out how I can put put a wire across. I need to try and figure out if I can put a wire that adjoins the right side one that is a live feed, and the one coming out of my fuse box, which is in my truck here. So out of my fuse box there's a huge wires come down, and it goes into basically a connector. Excuse me, one of the connectors for the left side. It's not putting power from the fuse box. So I have to figure out how to get power, and I'm thinking that I might be able to cut the wire and feed it across just so it's getting power, but I don't know if it's going to be too much draw for the one wire. Yeah, they're open. I can see they're open. That's okay. They'll just give me grief. You're not supposed to go. You can go down there, but the police will wait for you. But you can sort of sneak around the back. But you don't really want to do that because there is signs everywhere that says you must proceed to the way station up here. And if you go sneaking around the back, they will give you a ticket for it. It's a bit silly if you try to do. Try to do that. Like I say, I don't really have anything to hide, so let's see what they say. See if they leave me alone or not. Westbound's closed. Then we go down 287, and 287 leads us down. There's like a heap of way stations down there as well to deal with. Never used to work state by state. As a whole state, they worked individual counties. So if you went through one way station and you got checked out and you was good, you went to the next one, you still have to go in and show them your paperwork. Thank you, return to highway. I tell you, if you just do as they ask, they don't really mess with you. All the stories I've ever heard over my years of doing this, most of them are just obnoxious stories, and that's all they are. It's on the highway 287. And I was going to record coming out of Denver, but I really wasn't. I wasn't in the mood, and it really wasn't not worth it. There was nothing exciting. It never is anything exciting. So there's a car coming down the hill. I could pull out in front because it's like I got 2 lanes here. They're turning anyway. But I always like to wait a little bit just in case. come up here, I was running flathead, I think. I haven't come up here and pulling a reefer.
May, wasn't it? Flew over May, didn't I? May the 16th, wasn't it? When I flew out. I can't remember. I think it was May. It wasn't March, it was May, wasn't it? I hope it wasn't March. I can't remember now. I know it was one of the M's. We flew out and I arrived on the 17th, if I remember rightly, of March or May, but then I ended up in Denver, Colorado. That's where it all started. came over custom harvesting. Was working on the farms, chopping silage for the feedlots, as they call it. We started off in Denver and we went up to Monte Vista, Colorado, up in the valley. That's where I started from. It was pretty awesome actually. I really liked it up there. I fell in love with it all up there. It was cold, winters are cold up there, but the freaking place was beautiful. You just got lost in there's nothing there as such to most people, but there's everything there if you're a person that likes to be away from everything. It was so cool to be there. I was extremely happy. I woke up the next day and got to see all the American trucks and cars and buildings and went, wow, this is what it's like. It's nothing like the movies, by the way. The movies project a completely different image when you actually come out. The reality is so different. So different. Wild Horse, Kit Carson and Cheyenne Wells. Up at the bull wagons. I had my safety meeting today.